Lynn. Hi, welcome. My name is Lynn. I am a tarot card reader, amongst other things, of course. I'm going to do a general collective reading just to check, on the energy of the collective, talk to you guys a bit, let you guys know about the stuff that I'm offering if you're interested in them, and then we start the rest of the day. All right? So much to do today, but I hope you're feeling blessed, well, very much so protected and encouraged on this. What's today? Friday, right? On this Friday. Hello. Make sure you like the live once you're here. It is an energy exchange. If you do want the messages from spirit, then you have to exchange with energy, whether it's hi JP, whether it's energetic, a like, a share, a comment, a for you page, who knows. But make sure you like the live. If you did want personal readings, thank you. Personal readings are available. They're $25, and you can pay through the Cashapp or PayPal, and it is in the description. My website is there as well in the bio and on my page. I also offer questions. If you just want a question and not a full reading, that's $10, and that can be paid through those same links. I see them while on the live, and I will get to it if you did have a question. Thank you for the gifts, for all those that have sent gifts and likes so far. I hope that whatever you send me is returned back to you tenfold, okay? I pray blessings over anyone who, gives blessings. So that's the spiel. It's good to know. I talk about your birth chart at the start of every reading. It's good to know your birth chart. I'm also going to roll the dice and see conflict with the divine feminine. We're going to start the year like that. So we get the planets that are relevant. We get the zodiac signs and the number synchronicities that are relevant. Okay? And that way it helps you to confirm whether or not this message is for you or what have you. Thank you so much for the liking, and it really helps circulate the live to other people who may need to hear the message, and collectively we do that together. Somebody's in their north node, something about the distant future. I mean, we're going to talk about the future now. Thank you so much for your support. I see everything that's happening down there at the bottom of the live, and I am very grateful. Hopefully we can get a good amount of people in here today. Oh, thank you, YouTube, for the like. We got one like on here. Thanks for joining. Let's see if you've said anything. Let's see. I need some Vaseline, and I'll be right back. In 1 second. I need to put some oil on my hands. I really need to get back in this gym. Will you move into a house? I can answer the question for you, but I don't have any free services. So you'd have to give some sort of donation to the Cash App in my bio, if that's what you wanted. Enlightenment or clarity or guidance. All right, again with the Mars. No, that's Venus. Is that Venus? Something about love here. Venus has come out every day so far in the new year. and so has Mercury. So there's some sort of communication that has to do with Venus, your Venus, whatever your sign is. See what your sign is in your whatever astrological sign is in your Venus on your. Where does Venus? What birth chart? What house and what um sign is in there when it comes to Venus? Okay, that's significant. It's Virgo. Okay, you know yours. Very good. So know who you are, and when it comes to love, like, are you a Scorpio? Are you an Aries? Are you what? Give me one that I know really well. Just think about the characteristics of the sign. Capricorn, Taurus, Earth signs are very hardworking of the Earth. Very grounded energy. Scorpio's water. Very emotional. Very have a lot of depth. Um, Also very spiritual. The water signs. Pisces and Cancer. A lot of feeling. So it could be very very intense. A Venus in one of those placements. Aries, what is Aries? A fire. Leo and Sagittarius, so you could be a bit. Aries is very strict, and it's not. I think of strict, and I think of very Aries is like, I see like warlike energies with the Aries. It's the Emperor energy is very strong. Thank you so much for the gifts and for that heart me. It's really cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. So think about. Oh, I forgot to like that. Think about those attributes of the signs, you know, that is in those planetary placements. So the sign of whatever your Venus is, it's significant here, okay? And Mercury, communication. I know there's more to Mercury than communication. We can take a look at it and see. Thank you so much for that. Happy New Year as well. Thank you so much, Tabitha. I love to see your name pop up on there with those sunflowers giving me ocean energy. I have great news about this Patreon here. It should be by the end of the week, by the time Monday comes, you should be able to get a membership on my Patreon, okay? Which will have private readings, little readings for the collective that are more focused, more detailed, and things like that, so that you can get lots of great information off there. And I'm gonna shift from sharing so much on here and focus more on the Patreon so that um, paid members, the membership won't be anything too crazy, but paid members will be able to receive a lot more than what I know. That is great, isn't it? Than what is just here on this public live. Okay, I really want to give that to those people who are deserving, not just passer buyers, even though passer buyers are great too, because that's how we meet new people, right? What am I looking for? Oh yeah. So by Monday, give me to the end of the weekend. Was working on it. I know, right? I'm excited too. I mean, I'm just excited to do it. It's definitely something I've been working on. I don't imagine it's going to be like a huge, influx of things, but I do want to make that available to just make it available. And I'm sure there are people that would take advantage of that. I mean, I would. I have so much to share. But oh yeah, Mercury. Intellect. Well, but I mean, it's just pretty much communication, intellect, and the thought process, acting as the messenger of God, messenger of the gods, and that rules how we learn, process information, and express ourselves, as well as a short distance travel, comments, and dexterity. A placement with a birth chart reveals that your thinking cycle, mental agility, and unique ways of perceiving the world ruling Gemini and Virgo. So somebody did say something about Virgo. So Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Would you look at that? Influencing curiosity, adaptability, and verbal skills. So very much so you are. I know I'm so glad you're excited, JB. I know that you will definitely take part of that. I'm really looking forward to building it that way. But there's some sort of communication, new understanding, or like perspective change when it comes to love. That's really the area, I guess, which makes sense because I have really been, that's been the forefront of my readings for the most part. So that makes sense for me to be reporting on for the collective. Um, love, it changes, and there's something about communication. Maybe somebody's gonna tell you something, confess something or something like that, or the way that you perceive something, think of something. There's a change, a shift that has to do with communication here. Okay, let's do the planets so we can see what are the relevant planets that, I mean, astrological signs that we can see. Pisces twice. That's a very spiritual sign. So maybe your Mercury or your Venus here could be in Pisces. This is somebody who has strong Pisces placement. Also, Leo is here as well. So this is a Leo or a Pisces. Look to see where Mercury and Venus lies in your birth chart. See if maybe it is Leo or Pisces, or maybe your person, or maybe this is your sun sign, your moon sign. I'm not sure, but there's something about these particular signs that are relevant. Okay, let's pull the houses or numbers or synchronicities really quick. I hate when that happens, but I'm gonna let it rock. I got a 3 here. That's also communication. That's crazy. The third house has been coming out a lot. Short trips. Maybe somebody's traveling to be able to speak to you. It's crazy. Okay, because that's twice with the communication and the short trips. And your immediate environment. So the people closest to you, thank you for that like. Thank you so much. Or the community closest to you or something like that. What was that? That was the third house. Then I have the 10th house, career and public image. That's been coming up consistently for a couple days. Career, public image, I don't know what you're doing, and reputation. So something about your reputation. Maybe there's talks about this that could have something to do with, maybe you're a popular person. Maybe your love life is all the chatter. I don't know. You'd have to see. And that is a 6. So daily routine, service to others, and help. Your daily routines is very significant. Your 6th house. Somebody's, it's either very good or needs attention. Something about how you, I am big on that. So this is speaking to me. Help and daily routines and like service to others. I feel like the majority of what I do is a service to others. I don't necessarily, if I based everything on what I was getting back, I wouldn't be here. So I'm most certainly, you know, am focused on the service to others, but there's something big about the routines. Spiritual people are people who are into, who practice, or just anyone that lives in the principle of discipline, fitness, um, fanatics, or anybody who pretty much has an obsessive like nature. Hopefully, it's for a good thing. Typically, likes a routine, a constant thing that they can rely on. You know what I'm saying? So there's something significant about that, and it's a huge thing to have a really good, healthy daily routine. A routine, daily routine of prayer, a daily routine. Thank you for the gift. Thank you very much. A routine of prayer. I really appreciate it. That's my first rose. A routine of devotion, a routine of spiritual practice, of cleansing. Is there something, even if when you wash your face in the morning, like ritualizing yourself in that way is very, very important and could be very significant and could serve as a great, you know, a great thing for you. If you are constantly cleaning your spirit, your aura, your energy, and, speaking positivity, affirmations, and prayer over yourself. It's really hard for things that are not aligned for you, or things that are just not aligned. I mean, I don't like to call things good or bad, dark or light, or whatever, just not aligned for you, even though there are just things. Oh, hello. Hi, Joey. Nice to see you. It's hard for them to come in. It's hard for them to disrupt who you are or your routine. You have a routine. If, you know, you don't, then it's one thing if you get sent, some energy or experience something that wasn't good, and for it to really incept into your soul and your spirit. But if you know every day you're going to wake up and you're going to read the Bible, or you're going to sit down and talk to God, or you're going to meditate, or you're going to pray, you're rinsing, you're resetting yourself. Those things cannot stay on you or within you or in your mind and fester and manifest, because you have a system and a daily routine and something that is constantly. Hi, Ellen. I can answer your question, but I just only do those based off donations. So if you would like to have a question answered, it's $10 to the information listed in my bio, or you can get a personal reading for $25. And typically here we speak to each other, say hello and stuff. Oh, you did give a rose, so I do appreciate that. But that's how it works here. So you have to donate in order to. I've been good, Joey. How are you? In order for me to tap into spirit to get enlightenment for you, you have to do more than just ask for it. Sorry about that. Let me just get right into this. How have you been? I haven't seen you in so long, or heard from you in so long. It's low. Can you hear me now? Because I was just messing with my earpods. Yeah, I am. I know, it's been great. How was your holiday? Can you hear me better now? How was your holiday? I haven't seen you in so long. I figured you've just been working, and the time frame is different for us. But it's so nice to see you. I hope you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Cause a little bit. I don't know. See if I could put something under that where the mic is so that you can hear it a little bit better. Can you hear it a little bit better now? Cause I think it's like resting right there on the mic. Oh boy. There you go. It should be okay now. Tell me if you can hear me. I don't like a little bit. Yeah, I know. It's so nice to see you. I love that. I hope the family's been good. You, your wife, your children. I hope you're blessed into this new year. Let's get into this, okay? So we're gonna do past, present, and future. Thank you for all those that have stayed and the likes. We're almost at 4,000. Can we get to 10? Can we get to 10,000? Thanks, JB. You're working quite a bit, but I appreciate you. So sweet. Okay, good. I'm glad it's much better. Okay, let's do past. Yes, we've been very blessed. It was a good end of the year, a good holiday. All right, Holy Spirit, let me get the past energy for the collective, please. What's the past? What's the most important message for the collective? The past. Healing. Okay, so I got the Hangman and the Four of Wands for the past energy. So maybe before, because we just entered the year of the horse. The new year really doesn't start until March. We're still in the dead of winter, but that's the energy that we're sitting in right now, which is cool. You may have experienced some delays in the past with the Hangman, but you're healing this. You're sitting in rest, contemplation, peace. This was the past, and Hangman, so that spirit can get you to see something different, to gain a different perspective or level of enlightenment, which is very good. But this happened already. Getting that energy of delay that's clearing out. Okay, what's the present energy then? What are some cards for the present energy? Whoa. Eight of Cups. Walking away. Travel. Relationship breakup. That's the present energy. What y'all got going on? What's the future? Six of Cups coming back. The past returning. That sounds messy. What's the advice? Hey, Car Sam. Nine of Pentacles. Self-sufficiency, I guess. Focusing on yourself. Let's run it back one more time. Thank you for the light. So give me more on this past energy. What do you mean by this? With the Four of Healing and the Hangman and stuff like that. Maybe after you done got the somebody done got some, hey darling, I'm good, thank you. How are you? Somebody done got some enlightenment and it may have caused you to walk away. So let's see. What's this past energy here? Yeah. The angels came. I like this. I like when the message don't have nothing to do with me. They feel like it don't have nothing to do with me. I love that. I'm not gonna lie. I like both ways. I'm glad to hear that all as well. Stay blessed. Just stay up, Maintain your shit. What's this? Child. That's very, very interesting, but okay. Okay. You being in Hangman energy had to balance some things out for you. That's the temperance. The temperance angel is here to balance, calm, to calm self doubt, cooperating with others, finding solutions. That's what the Hangman does. It gives you enlightenment. Tell me more. Finding direction. This is what I'm saying. Like somebody has gotten a lot of insight here in Hangman. I'm surprised I don't see the Hermit card. You could have also been doing a lot of spiritual, stuff to make you feel very guided and get your proper direction. Somebody knows where they're going. This happened already. That's what putting you in Hangman and contemplation did. Somebody now knows where they're going and how they're going to get there. Everything. I like that. Look, long-term success on the bottom. I'm gonna pull one more. Somebody just said pull one more. Okay, one more. Tell me more about this energy from the past. This has happened already. Okay. Yeah, wounded warrior. I'm gonna take it. Nine of Wands. So you've been through a lot. You've been through quite a bit. Okay. All right. It's not a lot of details, but it's still telling me enough. All right. We don't need to know everything. Something has to do with the King of Cups, or King of Cups is here on the bottom, but I'm about to clarify the Eight of Cups. So maybe that's what somebody walked away from. I'm not really sure. So this is in present energy, though. In present energy, tell me more about this Eight of Cups. I'm trying to tell you what just came out, the Two of Cups. So this is exactly what we're talking about. I know you didn't abandon yourself in present energy. That's my 10-year-old. I mean, ignore if you can. I could close the door if it bothers you. Just close the door. Sorry about that. Let me turn this down. I don't want it to be too loud. My post this morning was so loud. That music in the background was so loud. If you see it and it's muted, hello, hi. Is that hi from Virginia? Hello, Virginia. If you see it and it's really loud and or it's muted, just read the caption. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Ellen. I really do. What was I gonna say? If you hear it and it's muted, just read the caption. I didn't want to repost it again, but my 3-minute video this morning is pretty insightful, so take a look at that. It's about a King of Cups and a Queen of Wands. King of Cups, King of Wands, that is nervous about justice that's about to play out because it could jeopardize his current Four of Wands situation. So I don't know, but that was this morning. Anyway, tell me more about what we're walking. This could be a high level spiritual. It's maybe a marriage. Tell me more about this Eight of Cups here. And it's Two of Cups about walking away. Okay. This is an 8. Oh, I like this song. I like Fleetwood Mac. Okay, your your focus could be working on something, a skill set, developing something, a talent. With the Eight of Pentacles, what is this? Yeah, you're defending this. You're very protective over this. Strong-willed. Give me one more on the Eight of Cups. I don't understand. Yeah, somebody in this too. They look. Somebody feels casted out. Five of Pentacles. Loss, struggle, poverty, insecurity, repossession, unemployment, isolation. They feel isolated in this Two of Cups. That's what I see here. But then there's somebody that's very protective over their work. Oh, I really appreciate that. That was really nice, Ellen. Thank you. Are they hating on my little gifts? I know, but that's why I just focus on sending it to the Cash App, even if it's $1, because. But either way, I'm still very, very grateful. Thank you for that. I see that there is a and know that whatever you do give, because I know it's not easy to give. I know that. I live in this world. But whatever you do give to someone like me, I pray that it's returned to you. Even if it's just energy, even if it's just positivity, even if it's just a like, a share, or whatever, a support. I pray that that energy is returned to you, you know, in light, divine light, blessings and abundance, 10 times more. So the intention of you giving, I hope that it's multiplied back to you. But anyway, yeah, somebody's very, very defensive and protective over whatever they're working on. So much so that this Two of Cups situation, they're willing to abandon it or walk away from it or cast it out, leave it out in the cold while they're focusing on these ducats here. Just But I'm like confused because there's the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. Tell me more about this Eight of Pentacles. Seven. It's a Four of Cups. Oh, nice. Hello, Diana. I love the little hearts and eyes you had on there. Thank you, JB. Happy New Year. Make sure you like the live. JB has definitely been very, very. I know she's got to be up there. Yeah, I know. Depression, missed opportunities, a blind spot, feeling disconnected. What is this? What do you mean? Conflict. Look at this. Will my husband and I be able? Give me 1 second. I'm getting a phone call. Hold on. I hope you can hear me. I'm back. I'm so sorry. I had to answer the phone. I had to answer the phone. Sorry about that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I had to answer the phone. There you go. Thanks, JB, for that. Yeah, that's exactly what she said. Did you hear that? I really do appreciate the donation, but it has to be to my Cash App, not necessarily. Will my husband and I be able to start over in our relationship? It's a perfect place to find out the answer to that, I think. If you're interested in me, you know, asking for enlightenment on that, I just need the donation. You could start with $10 if you wanted me to look into that, and you let me know. This is confusing. You were handling some business. Yeah, I got a phone call. My bad. What's the difference between tarot and oracle cards? That's a good question. I love questions like that. Are you still there? Do you still want me to answer it? Oracle cards are not, they're different. They're structured different. Tarot is like ABCs. You know, after A, there's B, there's C, D, F, G, and it's universal. Everybody knows the ABCs, right? So the cards are set up like a playing deck, and it has definitions. The definitions, if you pick up this tarot to another tarot, it may have a little tweaks here and there, but the principal meaning of each card will be the same. That is tarot. That is just what it is. Oracle gives oracle messages. There's all types of oracle decks. So I could, and a lot of decks that you make it yourself, those are oracle decks. They're not tarot. They give messages, but the messages could be anything. Like this is an oracle deck. It just doesn't have tarot. Then there are tarot oracle mixture decks. So you just kind of have to know what you're looking at, where the tarot is not set up. And with tarot, all the images are pretty much the same. This is Rider. Like someone sat down and created the foundation, and we've just been building on there from there. So the chariot is always going to look pretty much like this with the chariot. Yeah. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad to clarify that. It'll be the chariot. It'll have similar attributes of this picture in every chariot card deck. You understand? Oracle, on the other hand, will have messages all the same, but they're not structured like tarot. The meanings are not like tarot. Like this is an oracle deck. See, it even says a goddess rising oracle deck. Like there are people who are oracle readers. They don't necessarily read tarot, but they get messages. And they can get messages. You can get messages from a slew of different ways. But see, this is an oracle deck created by an artist that has real life goddesses from history on it. And then they define it by how they choose. So this goddess, Nandi, represents intuition. And then they give you a book with has the oracle message and affirmation. Each oracle deck is going to be different. But you're not going to get a tarot reader and an oracle reader are two different things. Just like a psychic and a medium are two different things. A psychic can see into the future, a medium can speak to spirits, people that are not living. Some people are both psychic and mediums. You can see the future and speak to spirits. That doesn't necessarily mean they're not the same. You can be both, but you don't always have to be both. You understand? There's oracle and then there's tarot. You can read some readers are only oracle. They don't read tarot. They make their own cards, they get downloads in their brain, they write it down. I have oracle decks I've made. I've shared them with you. But some people do both. They read the messages through the tarot. Some messages through tarot is just that's the only way you'll get them. So you got to know what if that answers your question, I don't even know. So you have to know it's good to know what you're looking at, you know, what you're digesting mentally. Anyway, there's a conflict here. See? There's definitely a conflict here. I feel like it's tied to some sort of revelation that makes you, I don't know if you what type of work you do, collective, but it makes you have to protect your work, your talents, a skill set, something that you've been building or doing, or working on with this two coming together. Because everything else makes sense other than these, if you look at it. Revelation, conflict. Five of Cups, Eight of Cups for this Two of Cups. So it's like somebody finds out something. And that's why I mentioned the reading this morning. Because I feel like there's something that a King of Cups is worried about finding out. Like coming out about maybe something he did with the Queen of Wands that could jeopardize whatever community he's a part of now or relationship. That's what I'm seeing here. It's not all the way clear. So tell me more about this conflict that makes this person walk away. Like, what do you mean by this for the collective? What's the conflict? Inspired action. See? Fresh eye again. So it could be some sort of illusion that's dissipating. So you have a fresh eye. Yeah, it's something that you're going to see or you have because this is present energy. Something you're going to see or you it's something like that. I want to make sure you could hear me down here in YouTube. Can somebody let me know? I just want to make sure that the sound is still okay. What's the inspired action? Tell me more about this conflict. And why are we protecting our work? I'm going to have to get the oracle on this one. Magic. It could be against your actual manifestations or magic. That's what I thought when I seen that Seven of Pentacles too, because maybe somebody's doing some defensive work. Seven of Pentacles for me is work, like magic work. Wow, this is very, very interesting. Look, this is the same card from my earlier reading that was on there that's 3 minutes long. Somebody's stressed out. Maybe they're about to, something is going to be revealed about some work that somebody did. I don't know. What's this magic? Somebody took action. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then this Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands comes out in reverse. Do not take this message if it's not for you, okay? Please only take it if it resonates. Don't take something that's not for you. Creative blocks. Yeah, wasted opportunities, lack of passion or energy. Somebody took inspired action, magic, to manifest against your new beginning. And this is coming out. You had to defend your work. In the present energy, you're having to do that and protect your work because somebody took action against your manifestations and your new beginnings here. You see that? Right? But at first, it wasn't that clear to see. That's what's so crazy. Yeah. This has to do with the lover because there's 8 of Cups here. Somebody walked away. Somebody in this 2 of Cups feels isolated. And somebody's offering a cup or spirit's offering something and you're like, no. But not because you're disconnected, but because of some sort of revelation is making you turn down something. Or maybe you didn't see it. Maybe that spirit was trying to like, because the hand is spirit there, but you're not focused on it. You focus on the cups on the ground. You see that? There's some sort of revelation. I feel like maybe you this card always makes me feel like insight was ignored. That's why there's disconnection because like you didn't get the message that God was sending to you. You didn't hear it or you didn't listen or you ignored it or something. But because something could have called your attention to, not that that's necessarily bad, but whatever was calling your attention elsewhere, you bless you. Make sure you cover your mouth. Oh wow, that is insane. That's insane. That's like the next level. That is next level. That's crazy. How could you do that? That's crazy. That's like next level like ruthlessness. To fuck with your ex that bad. Some people get fake pages. Some people like, I'm gonna go and get hired as a manager at the job where you work at to make your life a living hell. That's gotta be illegal. It's like that's gotta be illegal. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's what it looks like right here. That created some sort of conflict and you had to protect your work. This person could have been doing magic. They took action to stop. See? Lack of energy, wasted opportunities, distracted, creative blocks. You get up like creatively, you're blocked, you're not the spirit of procrastination. That was also what I was seeing here on this hangman. Somebody was really working through that. I felt that too. Or maybe you were very overwhelmed in like mundane, unimportant tasks that was really stopping you from getting to the tasks that you really needed to address so that you can build your business, your talents, your skill sets, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? There was some energetic work here. That's what I see. Look, here go the King of Cups again. I feel like maybe this revelation that's presently happening right now, there's somebody in your life that doesn't want you to know that they had a hand in that. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, if he was that skilled and talented, he wouldn't need to see you to access your energy if he was smart. He could have played the background for much longer, but it's like he's probably more obsessed than anything else. So he needs to be able to see you and stuff. It's crazy. happened to YouTube. So tell me about this future energy. Oh, maybe, so I want to pull one more. Tell me about this magic taking action with the Eight of Wands in reverse. Is this what I'm thinking? That really bounced. I should have looked. Yes. The High Priestess came out in reverse. Secrets, lack of self-trust, out of touch, silence, dissonance, accepting surface knowledge. You knew. You knew the collective had insight. Either it's me that's a high priestess or you. But with it being reversed, I feel like this could either be a high priestess in reverse that was with all of this, because this is magic here. Or this could be you not accepting the spiritual insight. You saw my side eye? Now this is resonating for me because I feel like there are some things that spirit has given me insight on in the past that I battled with or didn't want to. Because sometimes when you are a high priestess and you receive certain messages, it's like you're either going to take the message or you need definitive proof to actualize in the 3D. And sometimes that never comes or it takes a really long time. So the point is for you to know and then for you to just go with spirit, not for you to wait around to figure out so you could see it naturalize and happen before your eyes to confirm it. Like seeing is believing. When you're in this position, sometimes you have feeling is believing, not just seeing, because you're seeing in a way that's different than everybody else. With this in reverse, someone didn't listen to themselves, or there was secrets, lack of self-trust. You didn't trust yourself. So you got the message, spirit received your message, and it's either you let a gaslighter convince you that what you're saying wasn't accurate. Maybe they thought you were crazy. There you are. That's what I was thinking about too. The smoke just went off. Wow. The smoke just went off. But I never looked into it. I was like, it'll correct itself. She'll appear, and there you are. Because I said that I didn't know what the hell happened up there, and I've been looking for you. Haven't I been talking about Brittany? I don't know what happened. I would have to go in the app and see how to do that. But then I don't know. But you can see me here. And I commented back on the thing that you commented on my other video too. Okay, when I get off this live, I can't even write you a message on there. But I could write you a message on here. Okay. No, I'm not a model. Because you see me in the back? That's just me. Yeah, that's me. Okay. Okay, I need to screenshot that. Can you give me a second? Let me write that down. That could be very, very helpful. There's so many things I have to do. See, that's what I'm talking about. You see, I just said that. Being inundated with a bunch of small ass fucking tasks that don't have shit to do with nothing, so you never really get to what the fuck you really need to do. That's what the fuck I be talking about right there. And then in my time I'm done, I'll be like, Spirit be trying to talk to me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, this is me. It's just my pictures. Let me write down your name so that I could search for it over there. Is it two T's? Yeah, it's two T's. 3, 2, 4. That's what it is on TikTok? Okay, I don't know. Go back over there. I don't know what happened there. I do be blocking people, but like people who troll. So maybe you got tell her to come in, and I think it's fixed. Brittany was blocked from the live. Then you figured it out. But how? How did you figure that out? Tell her to come in. JB says, I don't know how you guys are figuring it out. Oh, okay. But she says try it now. This one over here is like, yes, sir. This is all me. This is all me. That's me. That's me. That's me. It's all me. These are all me. Yes, that's me. Who is that on your wall? It's me. Then went to blocked accounts. She was under blocked accounts. How do you know that? How do you know that? I got a new subscriber. Thanks for the subscription. Well, JB said she fixed it, y'all. I don't know how she gonna fix it, but she said she did. Then went under block. I went into mod settings and went under blocked accounts. Oh, because you're a moderator. Somebody blocked you. Okay, so we gotta look. Yeah, somebody you got blocked. It could have been an accident because I be setting moderators. Thank you so much for your help. I be setting moderators. Thank you so much. You are so sweet. Try it now, Brittany, because JB has said that she's fixed it. You see that? And I ain't even. Thank you to the moderators. Well, thank you for the follow. Look now. Look now. See if it's fixed. Cause she said that she can do it. Okay, D&D, you can get a and she still can't find you or see me. I don't know. I don't even know how I got to mod settings. I'm so bad at technology. All right. Well, I gotta go into it and see why you're blocked. Maybe it was an accident. You probably got blocked when somebody else, because there's other moderators in there. Maybe somebody did it by accident. Somebody was hating on you, girl. I'll go in there and check it again. It could have been an accident. It could have been an accident. I've been using this new soap and that shit is drying me out. I have to find another solution. I can't take this shit. Anyway, yeah. Somebody did not listen. The high priestess in reverse. That makes me very, very sad. We've literally been looking for Brittany for weeks. No, we have. No, I have been saying it. I've been like, what the fuck happened to Brittany? Have I not? I haven't. They probably was hating on me too. Like, maybe if I get rid of this one right here. And it's been slow as hell too without her. I have. It has been slow as hell, but I haven't been able. Been a little scatterbrained. I know you can't. But she saw you on a list that's blocked on the moderator. So I probably need to go in now and see what the fuck happened. Just give me a second. As soon as I'm glad that you can see me on YouTube. But as soon as I finish this, then I'll go back into the TikTok and see. I don't like this high priestess over here in reverse at all. Give me one more in the high priestess reverse. Ooh, what is that? Queen of Cups. That's what it is. That's not a damn. Y'all might be finding something out about something soon. Because this high priestess is a Queen of Cups in the upright. This isn't a dark practitioner or anything like that. This is you that wasn't listening to your intuition. You ignored it. You did not trust yourself, even though you felt what it is that you felt as a Queen of Cups. That person is also intuitive. Yeah. Now the person I see is not you. She all bent all over. That's definitely not me. She got my name and she bent all over. Not with my name. Not with my name. That's for sure. She using my name and she bent over. Send me that page, because what? Not with my name. And ain't no way it's my face unless it's AI. AI could do some diabolical things, but it wasn't me. It's definitely not me. All you gotta do is get to know me for just to spend a little time with me. You gonna see that's not her. It's not. I'm not even worried about that. My character shows way too much for you to ever be confused about that. I'll win that case so fast. I wish a nigga would try to do that to me. You've been looking. You've been looking. Damn, that sounds really sad. I'm so sorry. We need her. Okay, I'm gonna go back in there and fix it. I don't know. We'll do. I didn't do it. I've been looking for y'all. That's so. That sounds so sad. Oh my god. Okay. This makes me sad that somebody, because this could be me. That means that you gave somebody the benefit of the doubt and trusted them, but you was right. And not only that, they worked against your work. They worked against your new beginnings, your new start. They worked against it. Wasted opportunity? Oh, no, I don't want to see that. A distraction, like entertain the distraction. This is heartbreaking for this to be the revelation. And you now have to defend your work and shit. I really hope that that's the case. But every time I pull a card, that's what I see. Tell me about the future. What's this future energy with the Six of Cups? Oops. Long-term success, though. We have something coming back, a Six of Cups. Now, this thing about coming back, this could be a person, or this just could be something, an energy of what is yours coming back to you. Something from the past returning. It doesn't necessarily, it could be figuratively. Long-term success. And that maybe it's your harvest coming back. Maybe somebody delayed it, got in the way of that. That, I don't like the sound of that. That sounds terrible, man. Tell me more about this. It's the devil here. The Empress. What is the devil with the... What? There's going to be a difficult decision coming. So, I don't know. Something from the past is returning. There is long-term success, but you have to make a decision. Because the devil is here. That is an energy that's unbalanced. It's shadow. It's giving shadow. Because look, we have the Six of Cups. Get this little cat. Six of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, and the devil. See that? And then the Empress. Difficult decision. So I feel like maybe you'll have to, maybe you, because you walk away in the present, in the future something comes back. What is the tools? This is not, I don't like this energy. Tell me more. What's the Two of Swords? The King of Cups. This was the same guy from my reading earlier. And this is the match to the Queen of Cups. I think this is the guy. Maybe he's in the upright, but I don't know. This has to do with, you could have been in a relationship with this guy. This is what the decision is about. The difficult decision is going to be something with this King of Cups. I think this person worked against you at some point. That's what this is. This could be part of the reason why you had to protect your work. You were in Hangman in the past. And if you felt a little bit of stagnation with, there go the King of Pentacles at the bottom. These two are always together. Oh my god, I feel like it's two niggas in your energy all the fucking time. Like, how do you manage to get two people this obsessed? Like, what do y'all be doing? I wouldn't even want this kind of problem. It's annoying. Because it seems like you find your direction here, but what happens here in the present energy? Are you trying to sort it out? Oh God. Tell me more about this King of Cups with the Two of Swords. What is this? What's the difficult? The cycle completing, closing the cycle. That's what the difficult decision is about. The future, closing the cycle, because you started the future line out. Somebody about to break up with somebody. Straight up. You're about to find out about something, or you have already. What is this? What is this? That's crazy how that thing lit up like that. I'm gonna start having fire on all the time when I read. Marjorie made me do that in my last reading with her, and that was actually a really good suggestion, Marjorie. Thanks. I like that. I love fire. That fire be talking to me. As soon as Brittany came on, that thing went like, what the heck? As soon as she said anything, that fire, that it was like, I don't know. I had to love to look and see. I feel like it was gray smoke. I gotta look up what the smoke means. But it was smoke there that wasn't there before. It wasn't really black though. It wasn't. It was like gray or white. But that means something. I gotta look that up. That fire ain't moved that whole time until she came on here. Talk about, girl, you got me blocked on TikTok. I didn't do a thing, sis. I don't know. Why would I do that? You was helping me out. That's somebody else fucking with my shit. But then that means that's another moderator, if that's the case. I gotta be more careful with who I'm allowing to moderate. I don't know. I didn't even know, or maybe I gotta change the settings as to what y'all could do. But whatever. But that doesn't change anything because it looks like it's all the way on an account type of level because you've seen it and you can't change it. She's still blocked. So I don't know. Whatever. I'll figure it out. There's gonna be a difficult decision. The devil card could make like this is an imbalance. It's shadow and it's maybe got a little bit of obsession, but that's what you have to block. Something's gonna have to get cut. This is crazy. I can't believe this. I wasn't expecting this. It's gonna be a difficult decision about ending the cycle with this King of Cups. Basically, look at this. It's a painful ending. This is crazy. Really, Spirit? Wow, I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this. Tell me more about this King of Cups with the cycle ending. What is this? What is this with this King of Cups? Wow, I was not expecting this. This is going to take a lot of strength. What the entire heck? And bravery. New love, joy, feelings, awakenings. I saw this over there too. Hold on. Just Because the world card is fulfillment, harmony, completion, a sense of belonging, unity, and wholeness, celebration, and then new love. The strength card. Let me get one more. Then the wheel of fortune is at the bottom. So I've always I've always thought differently about that definition of the world card for it to be an ending, because every ending is a beginning. Just like 10-10. I feel like 9 is more completion and ending rather than 10. 10 is like really 1. 10, I think, is the beginning of something new, but the beginning of something new means something else ended. You see how that could get kind of. So these 3 cards tell me like it took bravery to harmonize, to complete, to satisfy, to fulfill something. Now, just because you're fulfilling something doesn't necessarily mean it's not finished. Maybe it's finished, that's why it's fulfilled, which is why it could be a meaning. You see how intellectual this shit could be, right? What else about this King of Cups here and this Empress? You see what I'm saying? 10 of Pentacles. This is the opposite of what I'm saying. It's very, very tricky. That's family. The 10 of Pentacles is not a bad thing. That's a good thing. But there's some sort of, there's something that happened in present energy that you're realizing that you knew and you didn't trust yourself about. You didn't trust your intuition and follow. I don't know how we end up here with the 10 of Pentacles. Anyway, and the fulfillment, or maybe you guys are going to work through that. I don't know. What is it? There's a conflict here about a new start in magic. I don't know if this King of Cups had to do with it, because this is giving me a different feeling here. Well, I'm going to get the Oracle out over here so I can sort that out. Give me one more about this 10 of Cups with this King of Cups here. What do you mean by that? See? Forward movement. That's ambition. That's the horse. Look, more energy. You going forward with this King of Cups. That's what I see here in the future. There's some bullshit here, though. Definitely going forward with this King of Cups very ambitiously in the future. 10 of Pentacles, the horse. It's going to take some strength and bravery because something happened here about delaying, or you're getting some sort of revelation about your Ace of Wands being in reverse. And that had to do with magic. Someone had to defend that shit too. And the reason why I feel like it's a lover, because it's a 2 of Cups here. Remember? I said that, 2 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. Or maybe you broke up already. Tell me, sweet little lies. Yeah, or maybe that's what their energy that they're sitting in presently now. They're sitting in the 5 of Pentacles. Cast it out. Somebody could be a bit depressed, and they're defending their work. Or they're protecting, using protective men. They're doing work that's protective to get themselves out of whatever conflict that's in their energy. Somebody feels it currently right now. And you had to take action. This Ace of Wands came out in reverse, so. This is it upright or in reverse? See? That shit's still in reverse. That's like a new passionate beginning, but in reverse. So there's like no energy, no action, lack of creativity, lack of shit. I'm going to get the Oracle cards. Tell me about the advice for the 9 of Pentacles here. 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Somebody is definitely, you can take care of yourself, clearly. And the Empress is already here. So this person is abundant. I need to go. I need to remember to go. After this live, I'm going to go fix that thing to see if she's blocked on the blocked accounts. Because that's crazy. Somebody can take care of themselves. They're self-sufficient, independent. A single energy. Maybe you need to focus on yourself. Queen of Pentacles. Somebody about to get to that bread. Look, the Lover's in the bottom. Tell me more about the advice over here. Look, Six of Pentacles, shared wealth, prosperity here. Nine of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Pentacles out here. 6, 7, and the 5, mind you. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the Queen is here. It's a feminine out here getting some money. Tell me more. Or they're going to have access to money, shared wealth. It's shared. Or maybe people are going to give to you, something like that. Look, there's communication coming in about this, or there's a lot of energy behind it. It's like communication coming in about this. Whoa, Tower and wish fulfillment. This is going to come fast. Suddenly. This is going to come fast. Your wish fulfillment is going to come in. I feel like this is saying you're going to find out the delays that you had to heal from, that Spirit had to send in angels for you to get new enlightenment over here. This had something to do with a lover. Maybe all is forgiven. Maybe you're going to have to make a difficult decision on the information that you get. But what it looks like here is something is closing out and you're moving forward with the King of Cups. Now, whether it's the same lover that's here, because that lover is not described. It's just Two of Cups. And then the King of Cups appears here. So I don't necessarily want to say that that's the same. But this person in the Two of Cups that's in the Five of Pentacles, whether that's you or the other person, somebody feels isolated and left out. So if you block somebody or not fucking with somebody, that might be this person here. Look, Justice is on the bottom. So maybe it was a previous lover that did something, slighted you against your work, and made you either miss an opportunity or something like that. Because that's what it's looking like. You missed opportunities or whatever because of energetically something that somebody was doing in the background. And now you're going to realize this. You've put protective measures into place. That's currently what it is right now. And you're protecting you against some sort of fucking conflict that's here. I don't know if you're aware of this or not. I think you may have been, you're ignoring it or you're not listening because this is the Queen of Wands in reverse. This person has insight. This feminine can see, but she's in the reverse because she's either not trusting her intuition in the guidance that she's getting, something like that. Because you're coming out as the Queen of Cups, and then the Queen of Cups matches the King of Cups. This could have been a past person. I can pull out the oracle so we can see. Justice is on the bottom. So in order for you to have justice, you have to have the injustice, right? A reader told me that one time, and I was like, damn, that guy, that's a good point. Justice always also means balance. Balancing the scales out and stuff like that, but if you're already balanced, what do you need balance for? That means there has to be some sort of imbalance, right? That's what I'm saying. So you have to have some sort of injustice, right? For you to now be receiving justice. And that's what it was this morning. That's why I was bringing up my other read. Because my mini read, I'm sorry if the music was too loud. You can look at it on YouTube or on Instagram if it's not playing on TikTok, because TikTok will just mute the whole thing. But read the caption, because typically the caption really breaks down everything that I'm saying. So if, in the 3 minutes, and sometimes I pull more. So make sure you always read the caption if you're into the mini readings in the morning. I think they're a little insightful. But that's what it was saying. Like there's a King of Cups that's worried about, like he's very anxious and losing sleep about what is going to be revealed that happened with a Queen of Wands that was in devil energy and took reckless action. And he was matching her as the King of Wands, but he's healing. So I don't know if maybe this happened to him or somebody a Queen of Wands took reckless action with the King of Wands together. Oh my, yeah. Now there's justice that's coming. I think that when I did that reading, the Temperance was in front of the King of Wands. Like an angel interceded, and this King of Wands is being balanced out. but he still had his hand a part of that. I think that's what's making him lose sleep at night. Somebody switched sides on a lot, like they called an audible. I think so. That's what I'm seeing here too. Somebody called an audible on the last minute. Switch teams. That's cool and all, and you can move forward, but you still gotta pay for whatever the fuck you did back then. Like you can't just sweep that shit under the rug. And that's what I think they know, and they're anxious about this. Like shit, that shit's gonna come back. I'm on the right path now, but the shit that I did when I wasn't on the right path, I still have to pay for that. And unfortunately, in this situation, this could have to do with a current relationship or lover or community or family, or they're a part of something that they don't want to jeopardize anymore. It was okay then, but I guess now that whatever spell has been broken or whatever realization or whatever has happened, now they're like, shit, that wasn't the right thing to do. And I'm sorry about it. That's cool, but you're still gonna have to. I mean, it's not even up to this person. I don't even know if this person knows fully about it. But the fact that the high priestess is in reverse, they know. They were choosing to be gaslit if they were, because they knew. Because the high priestess is in reverse, paired with the queen of cups. That's somebody who's intuitive, and the queen of cups, she's not in reverse. So I don't think the energy is a bad toxic energy. This is just somebody who didn't trust their intuition. So you knew this nigga was doing something, but I don't know. He done talked his way into a circle, but that's fine because the results are going to show itself. But I don't know if you want to fool up with somebody that will go down with a lie like this. I talked about that too, Brittany. About receiving the information as a high priestess and still waiting for confirmation. What are you waiting for everything to fall apart for? That's why you're in reverse. Bless you. The point is to get the message and to move without, necessarily seeing all the pieces fall. That's the point. If you gotta wait all the way till there, you went with it. Okay. It's like knowing. It's like somebody saying, "Take this medicine," and you have an angel whisper in your ear, "That's a bullshit medicine," and you're like, "I don't know, man. That's like we do this all the time. I don't know, man. Are you sure? Like, I don't know. I don't think, maybe I'll just try my own little remedy." They're like, "No, I'm telling you, take it. I'm telling you, it's gonna be good. It's gonna work. I'm telling you." What's wrong with you? Like making the fact that you are being alerted a ridiculous thing. And you take the medicine, swallow it and everything, knowing damn well, I know this isn't good. This isn't good for me. I'm gonna fucking do it anyway, just because, like, I obviously cannot prove it, but everything inside of me is telling me this is bullshit. I can't explain it. This is the difficult part about being somebody who's prophetic and can see things. What are you gonna do now? You're gonna drink the medicine anyway? I think it would make the split easier. The split easier. What are you saying? What'd you say? I mean, it would, of course, but then that also means, okay, depending on your situation, if you need the law, then God's not going to hold that, against you. But if it's not a situation like that, sometimes God just needs you to move. He don't need you to wait for everything to come apart. He needs you to move now. Because I already have the next thing lined up for you. You're not going to move. You're waiting. You're waiting to see the result of this. For what? You're a priestess. I already told you. Go to the next thing, because we could already move on to the next thing on the timeline. And you could be looking at the destruction of this in your review, if you choose. Because we don't really even look at the review for real, unless you're going backwards. This is what I'm saying. Including myself. This is why I can talk about it like this. Sometimes waiting, like, somebody got the message and they still stayed. I don't know. I don't know if that is this person here. There's a difficult, but it feels like yes, because the Six of Cups is a past returning. Who is your fucking man? Who is this person? It's like they have their teeth in and they don't want to let go. It's like the past returning, but the devil is here. They could be definitely get what you're saying. I've been told it before too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about myself, really. That's how I know it very all too well. It'd be hard sometimes to listen to God. It do. It'd be hard. It'd be hard to be like, you want me to do what? Oh my God. Okay. I promise you, listen though. So I've heard stories of people be like, this happened to me too. I'll talk about myself. I'm in the gas station. I saw somebody in front of me and he was counting pennies. He was trying to buy a coffee. I heard the spirit tell me to pay for it. But I went back and forth about it. I only have like $5 in my account. Like I really don't even have any money for real. That was a test. I was supposed to just do it. You heard it. Just do it. Don't worry about the money that you have in your account. Just do it. I didn't. The thing plagued me for days. Like I knew I should have done that. I knew I should have done that. Then God presented another opportunity. And I knew what it was when I saw it. I could feel it. There was a lady standing outside of Target and she had a mask on. She didn't ask me for nothing. She just looked me in the eye. I was like, that's it right there. And then I gave her the money. If I did, you have to do it. I read a book about, the book's called Jambalaya. That's a really good book. My cousin gave it to me. If you're starting on your spiritual path, it's a good book to start with. In the book, it describes how there was a girl that spirit used to talk to like that, and the spirit told her to go to a particular place, like a bridge, and like stand on the edge of the bridge or something like that. But she's like, what do you mean? Just go to the bridge and just stand there? Like, I don't have no business over there. Why do you want me to do? She was like, fine, and she just did it. She met someone there, a friend of hers, that owed her money. She's like, girl, I've been looking for you for all this time, whatever. Remember that money that you owed? She forgot about it. She didn't have any money. She didn't even know how she was going to get back home after she made it all the way to that bridge. The girl was there as soon as she got there and handed her the money. That was God. If you didn't listen, thinking about worldly things, you would have missed the blessing. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I never be like, oh, Spirit's trying to do this to you and you're not doing that. Yes, I understand. If you're praying for money and you're not putting works in there, okay, fine. But God is God. He can do anything. But he needs your help. You have to listen. This is an example of that. Somebody didn't listen. Let me see. Before I go on and on and on about this. This is upright in reverse. That thing is in reverse. That breaks my heart. It really does. Because I feel like I've definitely done that in the past. Spirit, please give me, look at the sweetheart. That's the Queen of Cups on the bottom. Give me some insight, please, Holy Spirit, on this situation here. Somebody's concerned, see? God, this is exactly like, you might find something out about somebody, but why would they keep it all this time and not come straight forward with it? Anybody knows that if you hold something, the longer you hold it, the worse it is. Like, damn, if you just fess up from the beginning, I could work with that. Lust, concern. But if you sit on that all that time, that betrayal stings way more. Like, dang, for all this time? And I've been asking too. I'm a high priestess. I peeped it. I seen it. I said something about it. And you didn't. That's diabolical. For a person to know that this is who you are, you revel in this, and you tell them about insight that you find out about, and they gaslight you. That's karma. That's like firsthand fucking karma. Maybe this person didn't believe in your gifts. They thought you was bullshitting. They thought that they could like work around your insight and what the fuck was happening. But what? It wasn't just about another lover. This was about not having you start on your passionate new beginnings, on opportunities. I feel like when I find out stuff on my own, it's worse. You let me find out. You make God have to work and bring this to me all this time, it's just worse. This is where it's almost unforgivable. Like cause you'll do that again, and you'll never be able to. I can't get the truth from you. How do you spend a lifetime with somebody like that? You'll never know. You'll be forever waiting for the other shoe to fall, cause you're not the kind of person that has enough integrity to come outright and say what it is that you need to say. You can never own anything that you do or anything. You rather die with the secret. Scorpios are like that. I'm good at keeping secrets. People who say stuff like that make me very nervous. You're good at keeping secrets? I don't think that's a very good attribute to have. Be a person that's very good at keeping secrets? That you are not an attractive partner for me. You're really good at keeping secrets from me? I don't want someone around like that. I'm not good at keeping secrets. I'm very, very transparent, which has its downfalls as well, but I don't know. Karmic masculine. Tell me more about this situation here, please, Holy Spirit, with this, the conflict. Yeah, what's the conflict about? What's the conflict about? A star seed. Conflict. Okay. Somebody didn't like your position, who you are. A star seed is like, I mean, you could say that's a few things. A chosen one, someone who is a part of like what they call like the Galactic Federation. These are all the same things for different things. Like, so, they're part of like, they have like a star, cosmic family, a light family. Like they are direct descendants of that type of thing. A star seed, that's like literally a seed. If you hear more metaphorically, a seed of the stars in the sky. A star seed that's incepted into the planet here. They're not from here. Their lineage, their essence, who they are, how they think, they're not like other people. I was reading the Bible, and I was doing a year cover to cover Bible thing. Since January 1st, I want to go and read the Bible and do the daily Bible thing. And God has been very, and then I'm not going to speak too much because I know that some people have different types of perspectives, and I don't want to ruffle any feathers or anything like that, but I'm not going to speak on my perception of what I thought about that. But there's been a constant battle about the essence and principle of human beings and who we are. Cain and Abel, the time of Noah, when he had to clear out the world, he's been struggling with who we are and our evilness and the shit that we do for a while. And he even notices the majority of y'all are fucked up. But there are a few. When he was describing, when they were talking about the story of Noah, that basically confirmed that for me. Like Noah was, I think at that time, the only man on the land that was good. Everyone else was doing crazy shit, eating people, like just doing crazy, crazy things. He was like one of the only people on the land that were of good virtue, that was righteous. You ever notice, you could just tell a virtuous person, like you, a good person. I think even in the face of like, you ever see like people who pray for their enemies? That's not who truly do it from the heart. Not everybody can do that. You be wronged and someone does something to you and you pray for your enemies to go to find God, that's not an easy thing to do. Okay? So this is about, the conflict is about you being a starseed. Okay, tell me more. What's the conflict about? Starseed. What else? Somebody put a love spell. This has to do with the love. Well, there goes the magic. Love potion number 9. Somebody put a love spell on this starseed. Okay. That's confirmation. Surprise. They're surprised by something that you've either manifest or you were able to manifest. Like surprise. Somebody's surprised by a manifestation here. A priest. I'm trying to tell you, I feel like yeah. 21. I feel like somebody's wearing a mask. Work this is this card. 7 of Pentacles. Labor, work, and left efforts. Long-term success. I feel like a masculine priest was wearing a mask. They have a veil. Maybe, I'm not sure what kind of mask, but there's a mask. There's an obsession here with your work, labor, and efforts, your good karma, your abundance that's coming back for you for being a good person. Somebody's obsessed with that. You could be the kind of person that I was just describing that prays for others. You know what kind of blessings you get when you take that approach to life? You are blessed. You're taken care of because you don't put back the energy even you receive it. This could create a slew of karmic blessings for you. Favor, especially if you are constantly fucked with. Yeah, that could really grow your karmic bank account here. And it could be time to cash in on that. And someone else can see that. Somebody's very, very much so focused on your work, labor, and efforts. There's a priest here that's wearing a mask. I feel like a love spell was used or wasn't necessary. They manifested something and was surprised to actually get it. So then why did you use the love spell if you could manifest? That doesn't make sense. Divination. Somebody's doing divination or did it? Tell me more about this veil and this priest. A nice guy. Okay. This is a nice guy. Well, okay, Spirit, I'm trying to give you this message. Don't fuck it up. Like, okay. So then who's wearing the mask? Love offer. This person definitely trying to be with you. Like, I don't know what the... This is the second time I'm seeing that. Okay, well, what's the conflict here? Okay. God. So then if it looks like a love spell wasn't necessary, sometimes you get in trouble for that shit. I know in a lot of cultures, it's like common, especially Hispanic ones, it's just like common. They throw love spells like water. But not everybody's ancestors appreciate that shit. Like, you do not come over here fucking with my baby trying to put her under a love spell. Because that messes with free will. If they work with their ancestors and they're a good person, even if you have the intent, you cannot force someone or manipulate someone into this situation. This could be what it's about. They're scared that you're gonna find out that they put you under a love spell. That could be why the High Priestess is in reverse. That love spell probably didn't work. And you knew about it? And what really brought the two of you to, you guys were already manifesting each other. The love spell wasn't necessary. That may have been where that's why the nice guy came out. They probably are spiritual, they probably are a priest. They want to give you an offer. They are a soulmate. But the mask is the fact that that love spell fucked you up. Actual money. That love spell is where you went left. The intention probably wasn't bad. They probably wanted you really bad. Like, oh, word? You got good karma like that? Not the whole thing is falling down. That's unnecessary. Yeah, they probably wanted you bad. You got good karma like that. Oh, I'm definitely. But this person was already, they were already assigned to you, sir. They were already a soulmate. It wasn't necessary for you to do that. Actual money. That's what's over here, too. It's mad money over there. Okay, tell me more. Oh, no. What's that? It's still poking out. This is intuitive crap. I mean, so that's twice with the intuitiveness with the high priestess. Transition, ending. Death and transformation, that's a death card pretty much. And endings. Oh, that's why the Eight of Cups is there. Somebody did walk away though. Ascending. Somebody's pissed off. I don't know. This love spell shit could have really caused a bunch of endings. It complicated things. And this person really had to ascend in order to match this person. You're gonna have to meet them. Not do love spells to force your way. Somebody wanted to, yes, and love yourself. Somebody just wanted to use a love spell to make them love you. It's not because they wanted, yeah, the obsession. Not because I don't want to have to do the work so that you could organically love me and we could do this and we're both ascending. No, I just want to stay in my lazy ass toxic ways. Let me throw a love spell on there and then she'll, get her to be obsessed with me and then I don't have to do no inner work because we obviously know a starseed is not going to want to be with somebody who's not growing and doing the work. That's what this was. But this person wanted to be lazy. They saw you, they wanted, and not knowing that you were already the blessing for them. All they had to do was do the work. Ooh. That could be why you end up back with them possibly in the future. That love spell didn't work, but you knew. You see? You're both practitioners. You're both spiritualists. That's clear. I'm telling on somebody. That's clear. You're both practitioners. You're both priest and priestess together. But maybe he didn't know. How are you going to do a love spell on a priestess? That's why it's in reverse. She knew. She disregarded it. But don't think for 1 second that you fooled anybody, sir. It's unfortunate she's sitting here in the reverse. She knew. She just disregarded it. Somebody was being lustful. I can answer your question. You just have to donate to. Thank you so much, JB. I appreciate that. Cashapp is in the bio. She can answer after a donation. That's basically how it works. Okay? Thanks for the clarification. I really appreciate it. All right. Yeah, somebody loved themselves. Their self-love was way more powerful than this. That's what protected you too. It protected your work. It protected your work and efforts, your labor. Whether that's spiritual, whether that's your good karma, whatever. That's what this person was. That's fucked up. And that could be why they're afraid that their integrity now is on their character. Because to you, that's what's more important. People can make mistakes, but it's the intention behind what you did. Yeah. And that's going to be seen. Or maybe it has been already. But it's not like they don't have the capacity to be a better person. They do. But they did some shit. Moving on in reverse. There was a lot of confusion and illusion. Only because this person didn't want to just admit that they did that. Collective is hard-headed anyway. Somebody don't want to move on, whether it's you or this other person. Y'all damn hard-headed. Y'all hard-headed because I'm hard-headed. So I know that that's third-party situation. Well, who's the third party? Oh no, I'm not doing that. I'm jumping the fuck out of that. Confusion and illusion. Confusion and illusion from the third-party situation. I'm a sweetheart. I don't know. Third party could be anybody though. Yeah, no, you're protected from that. You were protected from a lot of confusion and illusion. Could have been coming from a third party, an outside party, to confuse, create illusions about certain things. But somebody was very much so protected from this confusion and illusion. I saw that. Maybe that's why you were in Hangman all that time. What about this fucking third party shit? Yeah, somebody was jealous and envious. So not only, so wherever they went to do the love spell, there was a hater in the background. Jealous and envious and throwing illusions and stuff. I don't know if this masculine knew that. I don't know if they were a part of that, but that's so fucked up because it seems like I got that message throughout the past year and a half. Yeah. Now it's looking like you're doing more than what you did originally because you're associated with this person here who's jealous and envious. Now, because you're associated with that person, you're getting swept. That person can't see the difference between you, the both of you. Yes. Yeah, somebody's clearly obsessed, that's for sure. Tell me more. Oh, this is very interesting. There is a third party in the background, but it's not like the way you think. I don't believe. There was. Well, this is present energy. Tell me more. There is somebody jealous in the background. In the courthouse, this has been judged. That person is being judged either by spirit or in real life, or this situation or something like that. Somebody's in emotional pain. That person that's throwing the illusions and shit like that, that person is sad. Whoever is jealous, I mean, I feel like somebody took an opportunity. Yeah, community here. Yeah, a whole community is watching this. Could be you guys. A whole community is either. I don't think the community is. It's giving me like cult vibes. They're jealous of something. They're like throwing death magic onto somebody's divinity, onto somebody's. Yeah, that's why the Page of Wands is in reverse, to stop anything new. Anything new, passionate beginnings, the death magic is being thrown on that. But that's from this person in the background. See, this person could have just wanted to do a little love spell. You know, like, oh yeah, I know this person is got spiritually rich and whatever, and I'm gonna make her love me. Yeah, but whoever you did that with or whatever, if you talk to someone else about it or whatever, they had a totally different intention with a whole community behind them. And that really stopped a lot for this person. Not directly because of you, if you just did the love spell, but because you had a jealous person in the background, mad that you even wanted to do a love spell on them. You feel me? So that's like you saying to somebody, I really like this girl, like she is, this and this. I'm finna do a love spell on her, because that's what you do. You do it all the time. And then like, yeah, she's so driven and she's so hardworking and she's doing this and that person's like, yeah, that's what you like about her? Let me do death magic towards that. And she's pretty, let me do ugly spells. Or she has an online business, let me do death magic towards her online. That's what this is. And they could have been a part of a cult all while doing this. Now, because you're associated with this person, I don't know to what extent, if you're friends or you're actually in this person, who knows, for everybody it's going to be different, that karma is now falling on you too. And if this high priestess can see that, spirit or the ancestors or the perception is that you are now coupled with this person as an enemy. It's like they're attacking somebody's divinity. You cannot attack somebody's divinity to make them not divine anymore. That's what you hate about them. You want to put a death to their divinity, you'll just kill them altogether. You can't separate the angel from their wings. What are you gonna do? Rip? Look what happened to Maleficent when they ripped. Not to say Maleficent's an angel, but whatever. You know what I'm trying to say? They wanted to rip her wings off. I really don't think Maleficent is actually as evil as Disney predicts, but whatever. That's my opinion. Because she never had ill intentions. She wanted to protect her daughter. She wanted to protect the magical creatures on the other side. Like she wasn't a bad person. But anyway, yeah. Somebody wanted to bring death to a lot of things. That may not have been this priest's intention, but the association with whatever the fuck this was, bondage. A flying monkey. Somebody who had a mask. I saw the mask already. That person could either be in bondage or they wanted to put somebody else in bondage. There's definitely a flying monkey here. Somebody who is... Y'all got somebody around you. Either... I don't think it's the feminine. I think it's the masculine. He either is the flying monkey or he has a flying monkey around him that is obsessed. You are unbothered. Collective is unbothered. The feminine is unbothered and balanced. Chakra's balanced, unbothered. This is something that has to do with the masculine that unfortunately affected you. And you're going to get clarity about this. Yep, see? Rich girl. And your family is rich too. Something could have to do with your family. It's your family. You could come from a very spiritually rich family, or maybe royal one. That's already here. Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Towers, wish fulfillment. This person is blessed. Somebody that this priest energy was associated with was jealous of the fact that you ran into someone like this. So you fucked up with the love spells in the beginning because they're people, they don't get down like that. So I know that may be normal in some cultures, but this one didn't like that. Their ancestors didn't like that. That's strike one. Then strike two, whoever you had adjacent to you, they were doing some way more evil shit than what the fuck you were doing, which messed you up. And you think you're understanding? That's crazy. Okay, so I never really used this oracle this way, but that's... So tell me more about this cycle ending in this King of Cups here. What about this over here in the future? Destruction. Ice Queen. It could be a Queen of Swords that wants to destroy this. Well, they're very adamant. They're very adamant about keeping this person in bondage. They're very adamant about that. They don't want this person to have nothing. If you've been hearing that in readings, I don't think they could be talking about you, but there's somebody out here, even if they don't end up with, they're miserable. Miserable. False narrative. They could be trying to destroy this. Be very careful this year. Listening to readings, listening to other messages, look for information that is true. A false narrative could really destroy. So somebody could be attempting to look, now we have a rich guy and a rich girl. A priest and a priestess. A King of Cups and a Queen of Cups. The shit's matching up. That's why this other person is pissed off. This is why. I would just stay steady with whatever it is that you're doing. You're going to see what you need to see. Whatever it happened the way it was supposed to happen. I know this could have felt very, very confusing, but just keep trusting and keep going. And whatever happened in the past, that shit happened already. Because I know one thing for sure, even if you don't listen, God will turn things around as they're happening to stay true to your favor. So even if you didn't listen to the insight, that doesn't necessarily mean everything is shot to hell. You have a mission. Somebody has a huge calling on their life. And watch the movie, what's his name? Doctor Strange. This reminds me, I just saw the vision of like when they're fighting in the beginning of the movie, kind of, and like the world is changing as they're fighting because they're all alchemists. They have that ring where, oh, look at you. Thank you, sweetheart. I can help you figure out what's going on. You just have to send $25 for a personal reading on the live, or one-on-one, it's $50. Okay. If you could do $10 and I can pull a couple cards for you on the live. But those are your options. Hi, kitty. Y'all hear him? Hello. Hi, kitty. Whenever I'm doing divination, he always comes around. This is crazy. Hello. Tell me more about this. Somebody is a healer. The Queen of Pentacles, the card says healer, homemaker. Somebody is a healer and insightful. With their hands are significant. Somebody is a healer with their hands and they're intuitive. This is giving me the feminine. This guy is also a rich guy as well. This King of Cups here, somebody wants to destroy this. They want you to miss this opportunity. But there's karmas here. Karma's going to play out in the future. Something will be birthed from this. If it's not an actual child, it's something else. Have faith. This is crazy. I would have never. There's voodoo being done, for sure, by a karmic femme. You are seeing, my friend, on a divine feminine. Because they're mad that this rich guy is going to be with this rich girl. That shit don't have nothing to do with her. Because even if without this guy, this girl's rich anyway. Make it make sense. It doesn't matter with or without this guy. And this guy knows that too. There's got to be a spirit operating on this person. The only way that this is gonna, you're gonna lose your life. You're gonna lose your life. And you're gonna have, the spirit's gonna completely take over you, and you're gonna have to end up losing your life. In order, if you don't stop, you're gonna lose your life. And then people do that shit. Then this is like a past life enemy that's coming back every life to fucking destroy you. Every single life type shit. That's crazy. That's, yeah, entity attachment. Somebody has an attachment. You see that the horns in the back? They're not, this karmic feminine is not operating. Tell me more. Imprisonment. They going to jail. Somebody's going to jail. Well, they want to put this divine feminine in jail, which is not going to happen. Evil eye. Somebody is giving the evil eye. And that evil eye can pile up. It can. You have to do a lot of work all the time, constantly. That's what I was talking about, daily routines. Somebody has a good daily routine to stop this shit. All because of, this is a messy ass shit right here. Achievement. You're achieving something. It may not feel like that, but you are. Somebody is evil eyeing your achievements and the way you've been able to move out of these illusions and lust. Maybe just something. What about the lust? Oh, they're lusting after your achievements. The opposition. Yes, because you're an earth angel. The future is a rich guy. Rich in spirit, rich in actual finances. I think that's actual finances. You have a rich girl and a rich guy, like together. A priest and a priestess together. A house. That could be a family, a person, a thing. This is what it is. Somebody's a boss. Like, you could, you know what it feels like? Something that God has said to be. And you, this karmic feminine doing voodoo has decided, no, that's not the way I say for it. This is something that's like ordained. Like, this is what I want to happen. And you are like, no. What do you think is going to happen to you? You are not bigger than this program. You're just not. These people in the program ain't even bigger than this program. They don't have a choice either. What is wrong with you? Something is wrong with you. Tell me about the advice. This is crazy. I've never seen this like this before. Enamored, but there is a false contract back here. Documents, info, statements. This could be what the sudden change is going to be about. Some fraud that has happened while you were enamored. That could be what that love spell is about too. Tell me more. I don't know. Divination, bliss. Karmic femme, animosity. I'm trying to tell somebody something here. I mean, they could be doing divination or watching you as you do divination. Oh, wow. This is so easy. I'm telling you, it's money. And it's because of the shit that they did. And maybe you didn't. This person seemed like the type of person that prays for your enemies. I said that in the beginning for a reason. That type of thing is not something that's easy to do. That somebody's in their north node. Somebody's in their north node. There's something about something they do. They could be a doctor, but like a spiritual one. Look at this. This is the advice. This is the future. Every card confirmation, every card for money has come out. Actual money, rich guy, rich girl, abundance. Work and labor. There is something, very much something. Ancestors. There you go. Yeah, somebody's ancestors, somebody's family, lineage. I'm surprised I didn't get, yes. Somebody's lineage is rich. This is the y'all ancestors, this conflict. They could be mad. They could be mad because I heard something God forgives, but my ancestors are not as forgiving. That is a strong possibility. Because your ancestors have a totally different type of investment into you than the spirits you work with. They're of your bloodline. They take shit personal. Like, they might be over it. God might be on a different type of time. But we want that shit back in blood. That's the truth. Yeah, God, that's why God is, that's why there's primordial spirits and like, yeah, okay. I told you. Somebody's mad about the fact that somebody is about to get some money. Whether it's now or whatever it is, you have a spirit of favor on top of you when it comes to these finances. If you don't see it now, you will see it. It will come. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep praying. Keep cleansing. And trust your intuition. Your ancestors are behind you and all that. Listen. That shit will work. That shit will work itself out. It's definitely some sticky shit between this King of Cups here but I feel like he's getting judged harshly because of his association to some sort of community that this karmic femme was a part of, that he is getting swept under with. But it's an injustice, which is why this happened the way it happened. I really dislike the queen of the priestess in reverse. So that is the biggest thing here. You having, because that's the biggest part of who you are, your insight and your intuition. And I feel like that's what really upsets your ancestors the most, is the fact that now you are questioning your insight and your mind and your messages and whatever, and not trusting yourself. That's not a good foundation. I've been talking about the foundation of something for a long time. This is it. That's the problem. And I know that the intention may have been a love spell, all because you wanted them that bad because of greed. You may not have been in love yet. You're probably in love now. But that stuff is going to come out, and it's really going to show your integrity. And that person's going to have a difficult decision to make. That's what I saw there. You might stick with them, but this whole cycle and this information has to come to a close and complete so that you can make your ancestors and your spiritual team is not with you being manipulated. They want you to have all the whatever decisions you have free will. You can make your decisions. They'll even help you clean it up and realign it depending on what you want. Only you can turn a regular nigga into an emperor. Only you, chosen starseed empress. Only you can turn this regular nigga into an emperor, into somebody of upright, good standing, because you, an empress, cannot stand next to. So why do you think that people want to be married into once you marry into a royal, you're a royal now? Only a royal person can turn someone else royal. So it really doesn't matter. Yes, maybe some people get stuck on like, I'm not converting no nigga. You come already ready. Some princesses and queens are like that. I'm only fucking with another prince, which I get it, because you don't have to deal with this shit. Or I could tell, or you have the type of prince or princess or queen or king, or I could turn anybody into anything. Look at our beloved redheaded prince. He didn't marry a princess. He made her into a princess. And they respect her all the same. And you can tell by looking at that lady that she is someone special. She doesn't necessarily have to be born of that particular bloodline, but she is royal now. And everything that comes from her now will be royal. That's how it works. This was a great reading. It really was. Happy New Year! This was a great reading. Very, very, very insightful. It was, right? It was a good reading. I like it. I might take some of this from the African goddess. I got lots and lots of things to do. I gotta cook. I gotta go. I gotta work on this Patreon so I can get it out the dough, so that we can sit down and have real conversations, and you can go back and watch videos of me just, oh, I love that one. Thank you. Oh, thanks, JB. I like that one. But I'm going to do this and get some, do you want some advice? Thank you to those that have stayed locked in. It's been like a small amount of you, but that's okay, because it means that you're really listening and paying attention, and I have your attention. I just love it. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Thanks for your attention that you paid. That's still something you paid. You paid attention. Okay? You gave me your attention. That's still currency, right? All right, Holy Spirit, what's the advice for the collective? What's the advice? Truth, not the truth. That's too funny. With some and shame on the bottom. Somebody is ashamed of what the truth is. That is too funny. The truth. I should read that one. That girl is so loud. Do y'all hear her? I feel like she's so loud. Like, what are you talking about so passionately? It's like stuck. There we go. This radio station is playing a lot of Fleetwood Mac. Dang, it's like as soon as I say something, It happens. I was just saying the other day that I want to listen to more of Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac because I kind of like, I don't know what you would call this. Like soft rock? Like, what would you call this? I don't even know if people know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm 40 years old, so I know this is not like some something that a lot of people may know about, but I think that's crazy. I think that Stevie Nicks is a witch. I think it's so cool. Or maybe it's a siren because she sings and her music is very. A lot of people who are into mysticism like her too. So I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. But anyway, Noond, Noond, the bold, outspoken wife of. Oh, I see this all the time. This isn't the first time she's come out. She's the wife of a Benin Loa, and Loa is what we call. Oh my God, what? Loa is what we call the law. That's what we call in Haitian, voodoo and spirituality. So it's crazy this would come out. But this isn't really talking about Haitian culture. This is talking about the wife of a Benin Loa. Benin is in Africa, and that is where all of the majority of the slaves in Haiti, they came from Benin. So that influence of Benin is heavy in Haitian culture. Oh, we did? She is. That was funny. I wish I could have been on the other side of the screen to experience that one. That's funny. She is a witch. And I like her though. I feel like certain words and certain things go with certain cultures. I really do honestly feel that witch, it's almost like the term God. It's just like a title. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just witch or warlock is just like a title. It could go either way. And I do necessarily feel like certain cultures use that's an American thing or a white. I don't know if I like to place it. I don't know how else to describe that. Excuse my ignorance. It's just because I'm basing it off of my understanding and how I perceive spirituality. And I'm Haitian, so we use different terms. You know what I mean? But for me, if you translate it over to here, that type of person in Haiti, it would be a witch over here, right? So that doesn't necessarily mean that they're good or bad. There's two different types of all types of people, witches and warlocks. But people assign this word witch differently. So I like that song. See if I could go back. It's called Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. I like Stevie Nicks' voice. I don't know. Maybe there's something about her. Who knows? But anyway, I'm all over the place. Oh, she calls herself this. Oh, well, then there you go. I felt like I may have even looked that up online and seen that. Like, she does call herself this, yes. And she, where I first really saw her? In American Horror Story, The Coven is my absolute favorite American Horror Story. You have to watch that. If you haven't seen it, you have to watch it. American Horror Story, The Coven. And sometimes I watch it over and over again. Oh my God, I just said the same thing. Exactly. Oh, yes, exactly. This is what I'm saying. I watched her on American Horror Story, and at the end, when she came out, I was like, "This lady is a witch, like for sure. She fits too perfectly in this thing." And then I started to look her up, and I'm like, "Oh no, this is like known. This is like known. Super cool though. Very much so hippie vibes. Like, I like her." But anyway, American Horror Story is great. With the Supreme, like I love that story. It was great. Supreme Witch, and I really do feel like some real shit be happening like that all the time, especially in families. Because you see how the Supreme was the daughter, and her mother didn't. She worked against her. But anyway, it's so interesting that this would come out because this is the husband of Legba. I mean, the wife of Legba, one of his wives, and she was feeling neglected by her husband because he had several other wives and his head turned very easily. So this person could have been very lustful, which somebody could have been. So she lived in her truth and took on her own lover and became her own best friend. Can we get real? What's your truth? Truth telling matters. And being able to hear the truth matters just as much. And I think we've discussed this. It's not the fact that what happened happened, it's the fact that somebody's lacking the ability to tell the truth. This is confirmation. This is something you guys are going to have to accept. Can you do this with somebody that cannot tell the truth? I'll see you later, sweetheart. I know it's time for me to go too. I've been on here for like 2 hours. It's been crazy. But tell the truth. Each person has their own vision. Speak yours. Words have impact. Remember, I'm going to fix it too. As soon as I get off here, I'm not going to forget. I'm going to look to see what the problem is. Remember that we all have triggers. Think before you speak and listen with compassion. Be gentle and stay calm in truth-telling conversations. The truth is my friend. Somebody needs to take this advice and tell the truth. Okay? This is important. Tell me more, Spirit. Mass. Oh my God. Are you serious? Are you serious? Man, this sucks. Somebody's wearing a mask. Somebody's mask is going to have to come off. Or it has already. We saw this already. Mask again. Somebody's wearing a mask. I don't know if it's the masculine or maybe that person that he's talking to but in essentially he's wearing a mask as well. Because I don't think he's being honest about whatever happened with that person. But that person has on an even bigger mask that he doesn't know about. So all this time you thought that you was getting over on somebody else by being manipulative, by being able to see who they are and what they have coming for them and aligning yourself with that for your own thing. And somebody else was in the background working on you that's working on them. How about that? That's what happened here. That's fucking crazy. I don't know. Storms. That fell on where the karma is. This is Oya. She's about to... Look at this. Feeling safe. Somebody feels safe. Yeah, you would feel safe too if you had something like this standing next to you, wouldn't you? Of course, I would feel safe too. Oya comes out at least every other reading. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, somebody works with Oya. Or the storm is also Tower. That came out too. Pleasure. Somebody is their sacral is very, very powerful. Secrets are being revealed. Something about letting that shit out. Self-sabotage. This is you, collective. You either self-sabotage yourself because you knew and you still continue with the situation. And now we have to like make it work out in your favor, which could have really put you at a delay. Or this is this masculine who sabotaged yourself doing the fucking most when it wasn't necessary. Resistance. Gang Sarah. If somebody is not easily shaken or taken down, it's a huge resistance. And this could be coming from their cosmic power. There's a cosmic power between the two, unfortunately. Not that it's unfortunate, but this masculine he self-sabotaged. You did too fucking much because it was already a cosmic force behind it too. That was a reckless action that you took. That could have really risked you just fucking yourself. Yep. Oya is here really working with somebody here. Yeah. A wounded healer. Somebody is a healer that was already here. You've been wounded. For sure. This person is a healer. But you're still healing others. Wounded and everything. Last one, Spirit. Grief. And then level up on the bottom. I definitely see a level up over here. But somebody's definitely sad. I could see why. Grief over maybe the person that's jealous, their grief, or the grief over finding out about the betrayal. That was a lot. Or grief over, realizing you self-sabotaged. Grief. This is creativity. This gives me the Empress vibes too, because you're like a feminine with all of this in her. You have good juju. Yes, I mean that. Some people just do. And it could be the bloodline too. This is a voodoo queen over here. So somebody is of good essence, of good juju. Look, she has a veve on the floor. This person she's of Haitian descent. And Oshun is here. So we have Oshun and Oya. A fearless love. So it could be a very complicated love story. I'm saying that too. But somebody loves very fearlessly. Okay. What else? Brazen. And it's very bold. That's what I saw over here too. Very, very bold. I don't know where I saw it, but I saw it down there. Okay. We're not reading those, but I just wanted to see what was going to come out. And still intuition on the bottom. This is from before. I think collectively, I don't think there's much that you need to do. You just need to stay in alignment. You need to stay balanced to keep this evil eye off of you, because you're going to get a lot of evil eye. I don't think there's going to be any way around it, especially if you're going to be successful in any way in any other community. Even if you're not like a household name or some shit like that, but still, like within where you live, to be successful and to have a successful business, or even if it's not a lot of money, if it's just the fact that you have a happy family, children, you have happiness, you have something others want, and if you're, have a lot of eyes on you, a community, whatever, you caught the attention of somebody, something, a group of people. This evil eye ain't gonna stop. Even if it's not from this karmic person, you're gonna have to learn to work around it and not let it debilitate you. Okay? I want to pull some cards on this High Priestess reverse situation and see what Spirit says. This was crazy. This was a crazy reading. I've been on here for 2 hours, though. I've been seeing readers that do that and be like, how do you do that? And then I ask, it's actually very easy to do. I want to pick up all the cards. I didn't pull any on these, so I don't think I need to. That's so funny. Stevie Witch, is it Witch? We said that at the same time. That's funny as hell, honestly. Let's look at this really quick, and then I'm gonna go because my phone is dying. This was fun. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm hot and everything. This video is gonna take forever to upload, but it's a good reading though. Tell me more about this High Priestess in reverse. Tell me more about this person not listening to their intuition or whatever. What do you think about this, Spirit? Spotted to me. That was a Magician card. It was sideways though. Do I want to take it upright or in reverse? It's still sideways. Regaining awareness. That's what it says. It's sideways though. So it's like being trapped in your mind this way and this way. Hey, is that Jen or Jan? I haven't seen Jen in a long time. Was that you, Jen? And then this way is release, regaining awareness, freedom, survivor, self-limiting beliefs are helpful. Look, Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. You've released something. Or we're regaining awareness. Tell me more. Six of Pentacles. So it's balance. Reciprocity and balance. Same with the Six of Pentacles. Stability. If you felt a little unstable before. So somebody's regaining awareness here. That awareness is going to make you make a decision. This is about a King of Wands. This is confirmation, bro. That nigga lied. He did. And it really wouldn't have been as... It's like the only reason why it's so bad is because he lied for so long. That's an issue because it's like somebody can't tell you that you're right or some shit. If you are proclaimed to be prophetic and this person is telling you that that's not the case, that is a huge violation. It's a violation, bro. Tell me more. How did I do this? Yeah, you're healing from this. Rest. Either they are or his. Anticipation. Planning. Travel. Discovery. More on this. High Priestess with the... See? 10 of Pentacles. That's all really good. So maybe you're going to heal from this and then go into a 10 of Pentacles situation. That's what I keep seeing. That came out over here too. I don't know. You know, the way I'm feeling now, I'm still in the revelation stage, so maybe this will change. But that's what I'm seeing now. You're going to be regaining awareness and things will balance out between this King of Wands, something like that. This is going to be healed. But how are you going to heal something you never admit to? Oh no, somebody's going to have to admit that. The only reason why this is coming up right now is the spirit is not, they're like not moving forward unless you have full truth and clarity. There's no way around that. The 10 of Pentacles is here though. Tell me more. Like, it could be all good. Yeah, see? The Moon card in reverse. Gaining clarity. Is that what I just said? That one's gonna hurt. Because it's like, you let it go. He was like, okay, fine. I'm not gonna trust my information. I'm tripping. But you weren't. You were right. This has been the same issue all the way from the beginning. Spirit's just not gonna let it go. Tell me more. He's not gonna let it go. Ace of Cups and 2 of Pentacles. I don't know. Finding balance between this conflict. This is the conflict. Prioritizing adaptability, making a choice. After the clarity, after the Moon card, make the choice. You done... Oh man, this is crazy. So how are you supposed to... This came out sideways. That's the 5 of Cups. Achieving peace, forgiveness. You're going to have to forgive it. Yep. 5 of Cups in reverse. Now, 5 of Cups in reverse, still in reverse. That's what this is about. Achieving peace, forgiveness. Hope and happiness return. Yep, that's what it is. You're going to have to forgive it. You're going to have to heal it and forgive it. That's what it is. That's what I'm saying. So maybe this, but this person's going to have to say he was right. You're going to have to say he was right, or just know in your mind that you were. If you doubt your gifts or your intuition for 1 second, everything's going to go topsy-turvy on your ass. You were right. Now, the fact that you were right and you still going to fuck with this person, that's something that you're going to have to, like, it's going to have to, how do you say it? There's a word I'm looking for. Not reconcile. Yeah, reconcile. Reconcile, like, you know how you reconcile your books and accounting? Like, the shit gotta add up. Yeah, gonna have to, like, come to an understanding. Like, you was right about this. There's definitely, and that whole shit about, like, proof and, like, oh, that's not gonna cut it. This is crazy. So, look at the Temperance angel here. Somebody's trying to balance something out here. Tell me more. Are you serious, God? Like, so how are we supposed to go about this? Yep. This is definitely making somebody very anxious, losing sleep at night. Maybe it's that other person. This other person knows this. If they don't, it's going to come out worse. Look at the devil. If you don't come with it, then don't make it like how Brittany was saying. If God forces it out of you, then it's going to be worse. I'm getting a pain in my shoulder. I don't know what that's about. See? This came out sideways. Somebody's very anxious about this affecting their Four of Wands. Canceled celebration. They don't want this to cancel the celebration. They're anxious about that. There's a Queen of Wands on the bottom. Who's anxious? Probably the Queen of Wands. The Temperance. Sideways. Death and transformation. Resisting change. Stagnation. Fear of a new beginning. Repeating a negative pattern or decay. Change and transformation. This is sideways. This is going to repeat itself if you do not address this. They're going to do this again. The transition and transformation that needs to happen from this needs to happen. This needs to be discussed. This needs to be like, you know what? This happened. The truth needs to be said. Ooh, tell me more. This is the King of Swords in reverse. This is a liar. Manipulation. And the Two of Cups. Somebody in the Two of Cups is a liar. Oh boy. This nigga lied. He did, he lied. Cycle complete with the illusions and all this shit. That's over and done with because someone is not gonna allow you to reverse their high priestess anymore. So play with it if you want to. But the cycle of shit being unclear in this Seven of Cups and options that are not, that shit is done. Ain't no not telling the truth this time because no matter what. But that's not fair. Four of Pentacles. Somebody trying to hold on to dear life. So you can't just be like, okay, fine, I'll never do it again because obviously you're very, very insightful and I won't be able to get it over you now. So from here on out, you're going to make sure you tell the truth. But you still have to admit that you lied. Empress. Somebody's trying to hold on to this Empress for dear fucking life. I don't know. We're going to have to, this starseed, we're going to have to see what's going to happen. I got to go. I have trails because my phone's dying. The King of Cups. Is this upright or in reverse? It kind of wanted to turn. This might be a Three of Cups betrayal. A King of Cups betrayal could be third party shit. Deception. Neglected social life. Gossip. Scandal. Three's a crowd. There's some sort of deception. What's this Three of Cups? That's what it is. The person that you're fucking with is, they're hiding a secret that they have to reveal. Big or small. Justice. Gonna get justice for this. I gotta go. My phone is about to die. It is got like a thing to it. Hey, what's up? This is crazy, but this is justice. This is balancing out. Whatever this is, I don't know what that means. You wrote it the first time, then deleted it. I don't know what that means. Darvination when leave your life. I don't know what that means. This is crazy. There's someone who is a liar. Somebody lied. They created a lot of illusions, maybe with a third party. There's a lie here. And you know it. You can feel it. You know about it already. You're just disregarding it. Well, Spirit's not going to leave that alone. They're not. You are not even supposed to go into the next year without the clarity and understanding, which is why it's like, this is not going to let up. This is not going to go away. This is a big deal. Because if it wasn't, then we could just continue on with the situation. We're already in the, you're already with the person, you're already, or you were, or you are. That's what the future says. But you can't move into that future. It's going to be revealed. And this person knows this. That's why they're nervous. Do you, I don't understand what you're doing. Oh, yeah, because I was like, what are you talking about? Okay, thank you for that. I'm out of here. Hi, hey. That's the reading. I'm about to close it out. This was great. I gotta go. Thanks for sticking around. You know, those of you on YouTube and on TikTok, I had a great time. Look, 34,000 likes. Took us quite some time to get there, but we almost got to 40K. I'm trying to get to 100K. Hey, India. Thanks for the love. I appreciate that. But we'll get there. From here on out, the rest of the day, I'm working on this Patreon that I'd like to have up and ready so that when I talk about it, it's not a thing that I'm still manifesting. But thank you, JB. Thanks for coming on. I had a good time. Thanks for those on the live on YouTube as well. I'm going to head up out of here. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Have a great rest of your afternoon. I know it's been like 2.5 hours. It's been quite some time. Go ahead and do the other things you have to do. No, thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate that. And I return your energy back to you in love and light, and I call mine back to me. I can do your reading, but you have to send the donation to my Cashapp. The description's in the bio below. Okay? I thought you'd do my reading. I can, but I can't do it without a donation. And that information's in the bio or in the description. But I'm leaving now, so if that's something that you want me to do, you have to tell me so that I can stay. No pressure, just was my exit out. Or I can catch you tomorrow. I should be on here around the same time. Or you could book a personal, and I do same day readings, and I will get on with you one-on-one if you book that personal through my website. Okay, you just have to put your phone number or email so I can send you the link to the personal reading one-on-one with me. Okay, I hope that was helpful. I'm out of here. See you guys later, okay? Bye, darling.